Finally got my deal closed a couple days ago. It's been an account I've been working on for a very long time now. My guy down in San Antonio. He's been my client since about August of 2020, and we had our first big deal close for a good amount. Actually, the funny part about this appointment was that it's been about 2 years in the making. Our first conversation with the guy was back in December of 2020. We spoke, he wanted to meet, he was going through his current IT setup, wasn't liking the break fix guy he was working with, so we ended up giving him a quote. We came in a little bit overpriced, so he stuck with his break fix guy. So I told him every couple months I'll follow up with him, just see how everything's going. March of 2021, we spoke again. He let me know that it might be going out for RFP at some point in 2022. So throughout the year, actually throughout 2021 is when they're going out for RFP. So throughout that last year, I was following up with him, talking to him. And then finally in August of 2021, he let me know that they're going out for RFP beginning of September. Well, September came, September went, never got a hold of him, called him in October, November, December. Finally spoke to him again that December, and he let me know stuff happens, things were falling apart, things are happening. They actually didn't even get to go through the RFP process because so many other things were on their plate for that moment. He said, just keep following up with me. Maybe something might come of it. So I just did my due diligence, followed up all throughout 2022, and I get a random phone call back in March of this year that his current IT guy, things are falling apart. Couldn't stand him. Things are happening. Response time's bad. Everything's bad. And he looked at me and goes, Justin, I have the quote in front of me now from you guys. Is this still valid? I said, let me talk to my owner real quick, but yes, it should be about the same number. He goes, awesome. If we can hammer out the details when it comes to hardware, I want to sign it. So throughout this year, we finally were able to, we were going through the whole process. They have a bunch of owners overseas. So having the owners overseas, it was a very hard process of just trying to get the actual deal signed. So finally, through him, the true owner, and then the finance manager, as of a couple days ago, we got all three of their signatures to start up with an October 1st start date. So from the first time I called them to the last time I called them, or the actual start date, it's going to be a 20-month process. It's kind of crazy to think about. The deal kind of rekindled because of the fact that we gave him a proposal all the way back at the end of 2020. And so when he realized, hey, maybe going cheaper wasn't the actual true route here, maybe I should pay a little bit more for my IT, because apparently the best IT company is the IT company you really don't even know you use, because everything's always up and running, everything's going well, smooth. You never really see any downtimes. Anytime you have a problem with something specific, you don't have to deal with it. The company has to deal with it. They should be your one-stop shop for everything and anything. So finally, after the 20 months, we finally closed the deal. The monthly reoccurring for the MSP side of it is going to be $11,636 a month. And then year to year, it's going to be about $139,642. And then the lifetime on it is going to be roughly $698,000.
What do you plan on doing with this commission?
Oh my God, the second I get my first paycheck, I am going to either buy a car, golf clubs, probably golf clubs. If I had just one piece of advice, it would say, don't ever think a lead is closed. Don't ever think an opportunity is not there. I never thought in a million years we were going to get this deal. I was freaking out at the end of 2020, just thinking about how big that deal was. So I got really hyped. Next thing I know, the guy told me he didn't want to go with us. He just had they had other plans. They wanted to just stick with their break fix guy because of the price points. So once they realized that it's just not working, eventually something will happen to where they're going to be more observant to other companies. They're going to be more observant to contracts. They might value a couple $1,000s more a month. Don't ever change your price points. Show the value, show why you're doing what you're doing at that price point, and eventually when they realize that you are worth it, they're going to come back to it, and then they'll probably never work again.